Yes, yeah, interesting news na ekoba in terms of the FIFA World Cup. Any baby akwa kodru. Now, I think say the first of one aye buburuja obi di hunkomo, including former FIFA president Blatter.
Want to me
about the fact say Oma overturning the red card situation of Florent Balogun. Say obetimi abo etia Belgium. Now, the Royal Belgian Federation is also release almost statement about Bonte. So, but this morning, Matthew common answer Belgium for the appeal. On by appeal that particular decision. No. Now, my head dear here, or more take decision, no more appeal the actual. The head of the appeal, no, if United States of America. So, it's interesting to see what will happen during the appeal and what will come out. But yeah, whatever FIFA did yesterday confirming your mommy, you know, the Eddie kindly say. A president the next World Cup say be who see bit me the same bibraba. The second one so near say yaw they be a catch them say football na yabon samfo adwuma yemfa no kore na eye. We've always been saying this, and it is no surprise say akwa babesi pempen so it say emire mfi say Infantino na oye UEFA general secretary, so this is the appeals committee a omode be adwuma. Neil Eggleston only for USA, Thomas Bostrom for Sweden, Salman Al Ansari for Qatar, Jahangir Baglari for Iran. It is listen on the twas no screen so you see all of them whilst you are discussing it. Inti ya the ma asem ne buburu jama for who say there's a level of influence in nyina wo nyina nie. You see, football and politics can never be separated. And there was a reason why Russia and Ukraine in a war. FIFA etu anamo suspended Russia no. Edu no bi na man for sokoko anomobo afu se die ntina Israel invade Gaza. Eku Palestinian for enei omoji tumi ese mama Israel kwan amomusu si akan e various competition mo. But let us not forget say time Russia case ne ba FIFA wa na nwi hutu. They just stood up and they just took the decision said there be Kenny oye den kra na wo no ya catch say gina nchen ya suspend o. But when Israel's own came, no, almost capture Palestinian for ne say, almost control, no more report it, no more for legal ways, no come before so Marco Dia 7 court, and no more generous to be Israel free man, some of these are bad. Ebekem. A Korea say no more find Israel, keke. Say at the Israel discriminatory no be against Palestinian for ne Gaza for ne no one no more so they are finding omo. Let us not forget, say Israel, our greatest ally, the United States of America. Including times where the United States acquired various world diplomatic meetings acquired jina Israel defend Israel. Se bibi ekosu bia no Israel no so bebi ojina no na asem na odi na no kure trudu. Afi ye be host World Cup na Infantino atam Peace Award e dey akoma Donald Trump. So look at where it is being linked from. But me tena si boom kompoko me china me kan hunu ade bi say no. I don't know, there's a reason why the United States has an influence in this. On September say Blatter ne Platini mu issues by you know. Now Infantino the UEFA general secretary as at that time. Na omunim so mu yi Blatter de na free honum no na nipa mu hwe ne mu so ba be replace say Blatter e be Platini. Now ya kwenti omo of various charges aye de bomb. But proud to case na ye ba be che o matum di obi akoha ama ya suspend omo for 5 years awon makọ appeal ni nyina no na nei obi am say Blatter pen ase bi ni nsa ho aye fi. But ye obi di na kan won e Platini ne ekofa ne na e two authorities na di omo na si asem we say so atwi mutintan na ba ko ye the Swiss authorities no. The other one was the United States of America. They've always had an interest in what happened to Blatter, who became his replacement. Any kwa Infantino for us to be the FIFA president. It is a billion maso. I mean, actually, was a born I heard the TV so now born now kwa trust why he no. There are people who are calling short. And we tie and now can kind of Trump statement no the Bible also a friend why. So how can you call somebody? Decision will be made in Komobe because so you said we are independent body and this is what you are doing. Yeah. Mo ntimi intervene abra Iran ye ka so mo nda Mexico no bobo US. FIFA you could not intervene. Meanwhile it is your tournament. Who say say be an ko ma Iran fa mo qualify sa medu be omedu ye. Number 2, mo ntimi intervene almost Somalian referee or be United States as I want consensus on san konachi. Mo si mo ntimi intervene. By red card there mo betimi intervene. Now I don't know US government intervene is any government or political state be intervening on football decisions. This is a bad precedent for this story to go to a certain extent of UEFA releasing statement. Yeah, case in Infantino on an ICC. Because omun shedan nyada Infantino nisa, especially abro ba e kwa omo fa so a kata de platini mu na koyo omo ade one se blata mu na mmom Saudi Arabia Worldcup no any baby a coffee fire USA Mexico mu esube host bi no yaw the UEFA people they are not very very happy with Infantino because omu ni say odo amanfo krampo che ono baby ankasa na ono ni free no any baby a oye adwuma no in terms of Infantino it kwame obefa so bi omo de beba from bia no omo de beba and this is the first step yaw the next days will be crucial se balogun bobo we bi na USA yi bedroom frima ya we nye bi papa enye bi papa kra wo tournament me e won be well and the next tournament se be host no e be issues bebrebe o Africa se FIFA Club World Cup no come be criticize say e the pressure bo mo players no so bebrebe because mo more matches Infantino he's not popular among the Europeans then this decision will come out and I think Donald Trump is exercising his power there nyemom bo no me so mo ntiase bo no me so mo ntiase and that is what se blata mu nyina kana no pay on online nkomo mu din na em say mo ntiase
run to me
ne mo obi a record over 10 years say the king of England so betimi afre say Jara Kwanza born yehwemu yi
so mo san
it's a bad precedent a bad precedent utie se blata so red cards are not overturned by political phone calls they are overturned by rules evidence and independent bodies. If a US president intervenes with a FIFA president and a player is suddenly cleared before a World Cup knockout match, the question is unavoidable. Covadis, FIFA, what is this? It must be bad for somebody who attacks or corrupt to come out and say this is a problem. Now, Infantino might not be the most popular. The USA will protect Infantino. Trust me on this. So Swiss authorities use Lebrata. Eddie Michel, because they knew said Michel Platini the Barber president. And they lobbied and they made sure someone Infantino Beba. They will protect him. Or your munipa. Because your maka be our tea. Israel as Bobo. Israel as Bobo qualifiers. Meboa. The Obia to me. USA Dina Muka Semima with visa. Work up in Russia the they literally have him in their hands. But any fault. Because we are saying one the superpowers who are ruling this world no US is in day. But the mistake here is football and politics. I think and this one among for who say it should be separate. But in reality, it is now no who among for post to say, oh now Blackstar by GFA ministry go good GFA. Let me stress ministry. Yes, what's ministry go good GFA. No, it won't happen because these two people. So it's interesting to see what will happen during the appeal. But this is a bad look on FIFA. Bad look. Yeah, bad look. Away from that, I think for the Brazilians and how they were able to push further to this stage of the World Cup and the come fast to free, there are a lot of questions more than answers. Which is say. When your coach now say, "Oh, select two players, the more World Cup say the results will determine whether you made the right choice or not." Now, in terms of this World Cup, the big boys have come to the party and they are trying to deliver results. Because Haaland is share, Mbappe share, Lionel Messi share, Harry Kane share, big boys in our party, including your own Vinicius Junior. So when you get to knockout rounds like this, it's important to say your best players will definitely step up. So right after the game, let me tell the interviewer, Carlo Ancelotti Koka say, "Omu data ni omu ni match omu say." Vinicius Junior no ko check by the national team. Oni na toss be fit to say when it comes to penalties because on sheda nya de wo ho. Real Madrid, yes. There are several times obo penalty ni bi say no. But pempem me no di nkomo. There are several penalties about still na Vinicius stand ball ne kobo. Ana meboa e kobo the to net. Now you have Bruno Guimaraes. All of these stars within the setup. Now a crucial penalty comes in a crucial game like this against Norway. I'm for GDB say also Vinicius Junior money up not for ball no, but because of the status and the level and the experience at that stage will be timidable. But this is a coaches. But I think Carlo Ancelotti literally got it wrong at that level. Carlo Ancelotti now catches say dream maybe Real Madrid they quarter final to the final of the Champions League. Or catch players and there's a penalty but wow office so bit me and no bit my day. Afabo. Which to me, I believe that where Brazil had got into, they had more than one player within the setup that could beat him. But football is about the little details. Now you look at that penalty miss, okay, Tremuko. Now Brazil comes into the game, then the little details in terms of chance are Endrick Kunyae, me and you. The decision to take more touches. Never who say who show video no slowly. The number of touches are Unyae, the body posture, everything was wrong. And it doesn't even help in this case, especially about for you to use a Carlo Ancelotti in the consider and your or saying na then Ellen Haaland before the goal no one 69 touches. Bono Bobby Ellen Haaland no Bobby be no one 69 touches or buy na the tip banyai born in the net when we. These are knockout games, and you expect teams like Brazil with quality players and experience to be doing better. And I think Carlo Ancelotti they also on every man they why. But if this doesn't become a revolution for Brazilian football, I mean the baby. Say anye ye because we know Alexandre Lucas over Brazil national team be. Danilo Lucas over Brazil national team.
Go to go now fan say on a show goes or form in the Premier League.
And I was even shocked to say born no crampo no all your saps no. I was thinking say Bianco de I go Thiago no cran a bed ebeba. Then Neymar comes in and I destroy BBR. And I think Ancelotti, when I am addressing or Tenano, if this doesn't become a revolution for the Brazilian national team, I don't know what else will become. And it's very difficult, especially when I own free Chromo. Now Chromano no benya issue. Say one, foreign our own share the enemy system, when said the new material, said the talent here city Brazil are more passionate about football. They will kill you before your time. Opom ko busa Pele, they see and son of Mokoji the Worldcup and be my Pele as a teenager. Ekobono homo den akwakoji. What is that movie about Pele now? You understand what I'm saying? This is a country that is extremely passionate about football. Omo fe nyagro. Inti ye be ko Worldcup ye ko announcement na share da ko bo hudwa. Ko fast screens be bo akire bet na. Me hunu squad announcement take 3 hours da yawo. Omo bet na ase be explain ni be yeah. It is because they are passionate. And they have most of their players playing in top European football. This is balance the results now. Any style or proper identity, they will have issues with you. But the head said, "This is the World Cup. Where I'm for you to me say Vini should have stepped up in certain situations." But this is the coach at the helm of affairs. Carlo Ancelotti, Koli Bibia, and where was the big man? Haaland came to the party. Abeli Bibia they may say a few World Cup now. So big boy and Tenia Pablo Fintem. If your best players don't turn up at crucial stages of this World Cup, you go home early. Sharp. Unche. Sharp cry. And then I very refer to the England game. Yow. Obi say altitude. You see, Okache me say me top 3 performances from a midfielder in a World Cup history since 2002. Yow me call 206 akwa kohwe Zinedine Zidane in Brazil. So Kaisa performance is one of the best. Let me have a share Pogba Ningolo Conte against Argentina. I think the 2018 World Cup. Yeah. Then the next one I'll say Minya remember be Jude Bellingham against Mexico. Now that was a top-notch performance from one player all over the field. You can't so be a game about win a game number. On a day where Hurricane was suffering to get goals from open play, on a day where the Mexicans are, if you know the atmosphere, atmosphere near intense. Not every player and Obetima Trump under this particular atmosphere. It takes players with huge mentality to survive. Yeah, say what dreaming muno on cycle one because a lot of the English players were fumbling. Elliot Anderson on Yabana and hope Konsa. This is the worst game I've seen from him in the World Cup. Now, Magi Ulibe Bia, Jawa Kwanza cried and the man could be red card. No more play. Anthony Gordon to be passable because stadium no ukasa yente. Then there's Jude Bellingham in the 2 boxes. Yow, this is what we call box to box. Proper clarification of that role. by performance na Jude Bellingham they are explaining no. Effective in the other post, decent, disciplined, and aggressive in the other box. Her tackle na a ball corner be was a free kick be say. I think it was Montes. Original cut down the neighbor was Jude Bellingham was there. No, what ball no so corner. Abrana defenders need attention in you. The movement, the aggression, he was made for the occasion and he was made for the day. Yeah, it when na no mudi hun komo se World Cup na e kono wan e ko start no.
Morgan Rogers.
Na no ha na metena ye. Na man force o na o de o na Tuchel nanim de o ye. Me catch wo say Tuchel cannot go to this World Cup. Only France be coach as my bench Bellingham. Aha na metena ka asem no. Say who ko big game o say my bench Bellingham the Rogers. It was a joke. It was a big joke, a big joke. Na joke ke see kura na mo catch no. At this World Cup, England players are Masori Gino Monasopano. We Hurricane midfield, but the next player Jude Bellingham. Yeah, he keeps them ticking. Obi about 10. But or Bob wanted to send you at number 8. Giving them results. And yeah, that is how you turn up. Say game way anya catalyst misro and my team so me face England say. Because psychologically, yeah, some of these games, I'm not saying England will go and win the World Cup, but football and your team is at a point in time our dream. And it comes with games. Games like this need to meet Dania draining BBS bit which can reflect in performances, because this is one of the most difficult places to go and play in this World Cup. They've gone there. As results 10 against 11. Master performance from England, and I think Thomas Tuchel, well done.
Mate, Medase, Steve Bray.
Yeah, Medase. I think this World Cup will go down as one of the World Cups I highly entertaining. That a World Cup that we hear all the big boys, the superstars to perform, and the sort of competition with regards to who eventually will end up as the top scorer of this World Cup. I think we're down to who ne be free muntem and who ne be the North to go further in this particular competition. Yeah, I care a lot about Jude Bellingham. Me share England for prior to this game. Another conversation was that altitude name why you see Mexico for no buy a hotel or be the day about disturb it. You see, when the mind is focused on achieving something, will be to me at the track near be person you. If they are so fully focused that this is what I want to achieve, I am not doing so. I think we were by far one of the most entertaining. So we Cabo Verde game, against Argentina to when so a game I am very entertaining at the World Cup, and that is why we love the World Cup. I had the World Cup no near throw a dia kasi at the tour. I World Cup no and my names are either to nanka you a be near Bovuzinia. A honey who James Rodriguez, a host of other players because of the World Cup. Now Jude Bellingham and a game no ball about 10 no as I redefine position. But for a typical English boy, nankanya the route in you say at a very young age, Manchester pen, City pen, Liverpool pen. I say no, I will go to Borussia Dortmund. So checking the career path now, he has always chosen a path that I had the hardest part. Because my catcher say English boys now like there's no pressure to move out. Look at Sancho and then Rashford. Almost story, but opposite or hit it above the ordinary in terms of English talent. I know call Germany. A polish at the end of Kakra within 2 seasons, name became the toast of everybody. Liverpool is there, willing to pay big money for him. He says no. I'm a call Real Madrid. So baby, I will quit it. It's an unforgiving club. Atmosphere, you are the saint. Tomorrow you are the villain. Say no, that is where I want to play. And his first season, Oprovi, it justify BBR. In a game, and here a lot of energy. And it needs somebody to be covering up, doing whatever for them. No, he was there to do it. Into our English team says here, he together with Hurricane, and it looks like they are taking the Three Lions where they need to be. So no born in England for the boy in there. It was a clear out of lions in the jungle. And now the Three Lion instincts, a buy. Because to get a better of Mexico at the Azteca, himself is going to be very difficult for them. But the way they went about the game, let's start to work up and we can say me a bias crap. I want Thomas Tuchel to do well because of the noisy narratives because we were back home.
Because
anything short of the semi-final bet, because we should have kept hold of Southgate or the semi-final. So I don't know more train. When especially what drop Trent Alexander-Arnold, Harry Maguire, Anthony Uncle Worldcup, they are waiting for an accident to write a script. You just say that we're drafting. They are only waiting for an exit and then they publish it. I'm happy for that, man. Even though the history of the World Cup in the Chelsea say foreign coaches, major competition, but I want to at least see England in the semi-final. I was so impressed in the game now, my boy. No way for Brazil coin. Are surprising? No. Last week now, me catch you say I'm not seeing Brazil so be further in this competition. And I'm a catch you when German exited the competition. They say a nation are noted for football. Sir and minor, you don't use the shortcut and answer the quick fix to recover them, get them back to their best. And yes, I say, oh yeah, emfa into Ukai, Italy, Belgium, Euro 20, was it 2024?
2022.
Was it? Yeah,
2020.
Yeah, 2020. Omo Belgium, straight away, no be as the Italian game is back. Sadly, and I one of scenario, so it missy. But the continuity and a say whether you are back or not. Into Germany, Italy, France, all the big boys are winning more. So more tough for they need an open heart surgery and sign on my back. And yes, say you can tap into an European manager on the savior because of stabilizing Real Madrid. It wouldn't work. You will need time to build a winning formula. Now, baby, Brazil, say no, yeah. Ideally, the typical Brazil na beto you know. Now, can I say Erling Haaland here almost striker who is firing for Manchester City? That Brazil would have Kylian Mbappe, will have Michael Olise playing for any other club or Orban or representing Brazil. But then so he the top performing players over Europe now. Utiaye ya na Obenya Vini ewom. He will be the only person representing Brazil. But before that, they will have as many as 8 quality top players. It be Nihobium. And I'm sure the reason here Brazil for a struggle. Europeans, they force them. And that killer instinct in every mumu. A cranberry so no more fire. And the fact that picking up their youth at a very young age, now football a European football. A European football ne the Brazil for bet me they reclaiming almost status back to the global stage, It's something that is unique. I have foreign to the game who Europe say.
Run to me.
Anything short of that, the Europeans will continue to reign. Tiakofa Hendrick and Naba, but Hendrick to say unim Ryan Brewster. Liverpool Accra be one model college champions, no cut him now. Or then Champions League medal called Barbering Saloon, Kuyini Tia Chess Magic went Tiakan. Sana Hendrick a performing. But the English will not allow Ryan Brewster to say Omeka Omotim. But Hendrick is playing for the Brazil national team. So a calculated adiena in Europeans now over time. Omo use a decade plus and they are Brazil for Nesano.
Yeah, then I still Brazil for them. Brazil nin coach team because fine. Obekwa ko born of a free Europe naba.
Yeah.
basa samba no da so wo mu
yeah
tie basa bi aye bona ne ye no mo European star ne hu so a ne switch ko samba football na omuntimi hodi ano na ade ntino mo nye ne sa
ya samba dan ka so omudi nsu aguso dada Europeans ne di nsu aguso anna me ka omudi nsu aguso eti say ya ha no omefa cocoa no raw no omde akoye chocolate abre ya befa gold no ye nim de sese ye de ye nti ye mra ne ye oma neutralize bibia nti they can't beat the Europeans to football say unless so omujitum say e bia ye start ye the embargo be 2 players so need 20 ye man free Brazil until we are creating a different football a dynasty at the amai anything short of that they can't beat the Europeans the game now on more board until anyone said nay sanko be Brazil a free World Cup mu anye Norway what is a France ni Germany na yin a free ma I understandable
yes
but now it is Norway. I'm say Belgium cranzo you 2018 or so Belgium met them and then almost defeated them. It is now the European game and normal for a smart way so Brazil bebre the quest for the 6th World Cup trophy no the story will continue for a very long time and then 2030 and until say there was a timer government enforce an embargo on players ever and then the man has 4 years very strong omunya that battalion dominate the league winning African competition. It was really about the government. This is our policy when here until yes and you create monsters in terms of players no more munimbo opm our the world stage game ni different so media I'm not surprised about Brazil. I knew that at some point say never to because they are not that good. Any team okuta bibi aye extraordinary. Odini oho. But born no both say na reflect it. Also more appointed Carlo Ancelotti me catch us it wouldn't change anything. Oba a little over a year ni. It will not change anything. Aya ni who say change here say face no personality no or you will be show him say all of a sudden no on your master. No. It doesn't work that way. So Brazil deserve to be booted out of the competition. Of course, in the game they had a lot of chances. Now also motivation. But say when a player consistency, I wanna create a niche. Say he's noted. Say when it matters more, he will step up. And then there Haaland be the goal now. You don't joke with such opposition. And I know team here. So Brazil deserve to say goodbye to the competition. Amunye anything extraordinary and with this particular competition I will say Brazil Esanka Ekam they deserve to be out. And this is the record I was talking about. Competition and Crawford call head to head sir. Obiasha 7 goals yeah. Ede. Now the man here then say there is an old guard. Me and him say the new generation will take you over, but still some way somehow Messi is finding itself amongst them. Spain should be careful. Oshia Portugal Ronaldo can lot and the Ronaldo can many home. This is something I expect from Ronaldo all the time. I say he wouldn't change anything. He's paid his dues while he be BAB expecting from Ronaldo. I don't expect anything more from CR7. So but in the Nations League, they found a way to beat Spain. Spain team name share that vintage. Injuries, no, come. The battle of Lamine Yamal, Nuno Mendes, say idea better than Nenumri. How I met me stretching the Portuguese and so I 110. May expect it. If Spain should win this game, it be depending on the pace and how quick our transit in terms of attack. Anything of that, I think they better carry the game on. But I fancy Portugal say they will get the qualification. Okay.
Whoa, me that say na Carlos Kudos. And on one person Facebook page we say from eno ade benyina na say amanfo hwehwehwemu na so akebenya aya ne post no ewo ne page no enso ama me say to Ghana football like life teaches us one timeless lesson. You either win or you learn. I live this journey with pride in what we achieved, but also with healthy dissatisfaction of those who always wanted more. Reaching a higher level should never be a destination. It should be the beginning of even greater ambitions. The future of Blackstars will not be built only on the pitch. Blackstars' success must start off the field by creating the best possible environment to prepare, protect, and develop Ghana's extraordinary football talent. To my president and board, thank you so much for the opportunity to serve Ghana national football team. It was an honor and privilege to serve the country and the Black Stars. To my players and staff, my deepest gratitude for your courage, commitment, and unwavering dedication to the team. To the fans, we cannot claim complete sporting satisfaction, but we can proudly say that we honored the colors of Ghana and restored respect and credibility to the Black Stars on football's greatest stage. Thank you, Ghana. The journey starts now. The future to the future no day a Ghana flag no and so a torso at the buy tea on one casa do beso kan we on kan yam say na de menso no say enkodru FM panofo anim ana sebia ministry no e ma omonhu yenim sebi on ye dinkra ana sesen ana na em say ne post no enso sitie de a
o kan ade no o you so was it was a pleasure to lead you so that
there's all
I say was no nya by there. That is what.
But to me,
you can on can't be ye nim dada. Ye nim your problem. By you, me give you up on issues about Ghana. I think 2022. Say anything about Ghana no me wo be, but me manning en hamesa. But say hano okasa ansa no we we need to talk. It looks as if say no say you Ghana near a punishment nyame de punish I'm say wo asase fufuro bi so nyame punish untina or do back destination abeha. To be a Ghanaian is a punishment by God. Tie wo Ghana near a punishment nyame na punish you untina or do wa ba okay. Shadrach boa me video back on we are no actually me time na in so funny panel so aka ho no actually in some ye kan after series of failure our competition it is the same thing. We are recycling grammar, speaking the same language, using different adjectives and verbs. We are recycling the same thing. You ought to be doing better. Then say the encrofo ye wo mo man so no the surprising thing is sickening say the people who have the luxury of traveling to witness a nyoma we nyina no mu but omoba we don't want to implement same. Now Ghana is not about patriotism. It is about the individual occupying position, amassing wealth, enriching the family to the detriment of the larger population. That is why I have a problem with Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. He made a very big mistake, and into now we are suffering. You called tournament Ivory Coast. Before then you call Cameroon. We failed. And you call Ivory Coast. We failed again. And at the last World Cup, we failed to AFCON. We failed to qualify. The last World Cup I call before we failed to qualify from the group stage. Into HSA, we are hitting rock bottom, which I say introspection now. We need to be honest with ourselves. So what I say, we need to be honest. But Mamika Seminchro, a typical Ghanaian, is so much interested in event, but not the process. Into World Cup ni besi nyina yeni agi na say na yeto just obia show the Ghanaian is interested in the event. Into we videos ya obi ebo bechi but sani pana will not be interested in how nyina ye beye ano baako am ye local football no aye. But me ya say you can only speak about it, but the corridors of change, you need the power to cause a change. Until you can any panels or test run say on you interested. What do you do? We need to go back to basis. Basis in a say, yeah, my football na wo local hano. Enya dia a conquering. Look at how people travel from Ghana. So more share Worldcup. Yet ticket prices. Flights and yet in the prices. But the same people are not committed to say ya hano dia nye come answer. Yeah. Mrs. Any opportunity and witness DSC in Morocco, South Africa. Anka I'll be very hurt. Anka I don't deserve to speak on this issue. In as much as omoya adie I will walk up with Morocco no. Ube fear aye kama. Oko South Africa. Stadium no so facilities in the doors. Into Woodrow South Africa says here. See a boss Bianca President's Kappa. A war of Bedo.
Ubi a pabo.
Kumasi Mayor. Me de to South Africa. Will be bidding for President Mufamra make to say Yama collapse. No. We will Cape Coast so
maybe a Durban. Maybe a
they bid for it. They will I want it to be here. Now my video is very disturbing. I am very disturbing. That is the Baba Yara Sports Stadium. At the said ye call a dra say when you do by na ye book fie a dua by
oh Baba Yara
any na the record ye can send be at the chase Shadrack winning benya san ain't any panel report
mo dey omo dua grass no for frana
I mean and the omo ye no
Enemre mu pa na o man be kura na ya be free mu. Enti mu nya machine ye de aso. Eti se de ye bo nkofi. Ana ye sports stadium. Aso. Jesus Christ. Enso so obi agiska no, obi agiska no. Ana wakofa dodofo na omo good stadium o ye park. Jesus Christ. Hey.
Ni enfanya affordable housing. Ozem kacho.
Yeah, me kai so kansa sanu ama me ka say untimi nkasa.
Mesa kanama kanibiem. But se me yadete no. Me pese Accra Gamanche Cape Coast ahemfo no ene Kumasi otumfo government omonje stadium they should own it engine free NSA whoever and say na menchiampe proper investments omumbra meji say be bebu baby the hotel ebe ye then we will have a proper use of the facility.
But Samson will be so talent cafe.
I know the anyashe.
Wow.
Anyashe. KNUST no. For that a bit of the ISA. You see the KNUST type and be a just so near be 9 talent. Because Microphone to Kwayo. Just Microphone could a PhD, Obi could a doctor. Obi kuta doctor, the doctorate Obi a professor. That they are hijack. Yenya innovative idea bia ya de share a pitch. Ana yako Worldcup, yeni aje Worldcup na efie ni te say. Until ya na me disappointment na ko government ni mukakra. I think it's about time they own our football. But stadium media Cape Coast ahemfona ohonomufa they should write a petition to the government say we want to own it. Ahemfo bia stadium kese bia ya na ya bonwura ayitamale die nation no friend na no mo yeskafo ho say ade na makoje mo na mo ya krachefo amako school mo mfa mo nim die ne mo sika mo ase na be maintain pitch no all year round na ye oni na be ye japade a obi nko ho nkodin se bi nse hunu mbubu seat obi nyese they di sika man say obey no obey no ahwe ne yi but they do omo ko school we chi say we pro we aboyi we na ministry Indian shower na because the enti ameka say yembungu fanya affordable housing man said it is an embarrassment to the people of Kumasi. It is an embarrassment to the people of Nkrai. South Africa for no ba Kaiser Chief for omo ko inspect omo hwesa na omo gusu omo ti
famous Baba Yara Stadium. It is what ko Brazil say e go Maracanã.
No, so Matidine, I want to
Mexico
go,
Azteca Stadium.
I want to go and see the place.
US MetLife.
Yes. Until me catch us a few words in India, me say send ye be dia ye mu na the city of Kumasi Fibian contributed bia 500 Ghana cedis. Say ye DBC affordable housing. Not the renting issue I hang for hand. I solve it. Tienya be a 20-story building is super 8. Rooms, no, a single room, 2-bedroom. I think that will serve a better purpose than having the stadium here. There be I see a year renovation. You who be papa bia. But here there I don't know microphobia or cambrofo. This is the state. It will be free as what into free UK or free US aba. You want to take a tour at the Baba Yara Stadium where he not an echo. Is it not an embarrassment? Cape Coast the end. Is it not an embarrassment to the chiefs and the peoples over there? Until me can say I'm asking a paradoxical. This is what you know we. There be just a decode answer no what I'm say. By now, can we say Bruni be ne jina hana ye rolly carpet near faso? Oh, Radinyanko Nanka. That is what I'm telling you. Say, if you are born a Ghanaian, it is a punishment by God. Who's here 6 March parade na soldier for no day helicopter ba no mu twa homa no mu see no mu display o mu kire bibi nso yiri ye no kwabrane na ye brave ewura mu se okosi the same helicopter couldn't save ahoma na ye twetwe ba form na ntimi ama form ama fa ni pan ko gina ba bi ye entitomre bi ara me say if there is a way I think they are uploading to Alibaba. Thank you, and Tom, my near full BSC come.
Yeah, upload
the whole
country.
Then dimensions and that. Ye BB, and can upload you.
Say a Tongana.
Yeah, you know, you are near full BR. Oh, yeah. You penny brown say how?
Say,
are you happy about? Now, my assembly to and one at all. Senor Fabino Wuska or Beboa. There's no help from anywhere.
Run to me.
Huh? Then say me 37 when I am penny won't nipe.
Let's go, sister.
And you glorify a woof for so many a year, quay damn see be saving nipa. Or mind your culture as part of your culture and a year idea hearing. But you need baby I had demarcate to see a year. To nam Saturday copper watch be as a roadblock by KME. I'm fancy. A serious matter.
Obisu who is all round, whom to name can the okay.
Maybe I said I make an and to nada.
No, see, like so sad. Steve Roy is deeply sad in his analysis.
Me, I don't care about Ghana anymore.
Say,
no.
It's a football and I'm watching in Abba.
I think about what could have been and what should be. Say a Tiase, ye league in your papa. Juvenile football in your papa. The biggest stadium I want high kasi ye bibi a beti ma ye won so a amanfo bonko fie bedua baire
o maka choso bedua baire
na wo so ayi aso ne de ye ayi Shadrack Mr. ayi Fulham for ye regress check wo mo handle so obenya sene wo mo ye regress no o mo stadium no never to success here
onko Fulham for handle
ai o ye regress so obenya on TikTok so wo America kra Mr.
o
Anyawa reho Shremadi e wo Ghana wo ene sa wo tia wo pie asamatoa you call an agency that will come to your aid of ambulance MFO say ha na e beji 8 million ho na of ansani mu ba bezi den na wako. You live in such a country na me catch you say a punishment by God o say won tia se
Ghana a peaceful country and a peaceful nation.
Tell me PBA no may rosary no ma say I say when you are winning the hand to Mr. You may free a son musun go asim be to me a problem. That ya in Swayiri or minor cronin Swayiri from Debbie Yiri, your technocrats. Your people are moving. Now, maybe your mom who cry me here or more from a doctor, you for now, more position. The one who saying, kind of Debbie so yiri, you say, assassin be or high, Nicolas nipa occupy. But on mine, sometimes, and yet the Biani, say, a call by the democratic DND, a tomb you need to do things by force. Nti was okay in Krana assassin, I had a yiri. I had you see the ye at Tiasi. You were estate and omo yes. Into government, no one transit. Charlie, my husband crop up a baby atna, but ye into assassination, my Hana Musida ye be. So that your peja brosen 10 years ago, ubi any baby ada, into Uzoto in Fobi. We are some. Yeah, we don't always have to talk about football. Let's talk about life. Mehagini. A hagini. And so conquer who drew a conoa, a honko bit made the bed 2 hours or. That is why I blame Nkrumah. Nkrumah no feel so immortal if you are no good and I saw more Ben or more the way he thinks about the whole situation. That is where we are. Until the reality of Ghana is sad and it is a punishment to be born a Ghanaian. In discipline, nobody takes control. Ubi a yedi ope. And the walk up. You're free muna ubi cast and papa nchirena. Or say people doubted that we will even make it out of the group. That is a mediocre thinking. Because as a minor, see a brandy as a football nation. I think the papa no kwa kansa asem no kra na wasi yehwehwe no. Full up we yesterday. We empoano anwea. Sam and yes sister guso into on say omo bele say near a you pitch no see omo kromo so we share ofe ana Shadrack nyame shira why ofe what about you Shadrack fa ba ko na alongside KK Fusu Samini omo shas yes. This is for KK alongside the nation hall. For Ghana, the nation hall. Football nation. 5 Worldcups. You can certain thing to say India from Nimako Husem. In Sita, you saw Brofum from Anopatu and you may in Sita. There's no innovative creative thinking and a brofune a inquani etro.
When is it for US?
What's it?
Oh, when is it for penny for US?
On my day.
Omokusian said the a maintain pitch. A pitch was money.
The problem you don't need NSA to travel to the US.
Oh, why? Because
the NSA for the catchers from Mokusian said
yes. The video is out. Video no, didn't hear the Omoko and everything is out.
Yeah. Yamen can. Wow.
Oh,
Shadrack, Fagana, the other way. Ubetima made alongside.
Bia Bontin so. NSC Bia Bontin. So
him say mine we were drunk, coffee our bama is by Renabo, unim Dabrico, and new and another way. So just imagine.
Ibrahim Hama Koshebo say Minister Monshena Stadium na Ghana Kobo England or Hono. Yerenian baby issue in ne no o ne ye ne de ya we betimi aye ade ne intimacy se nipa ne betimi asi
fancy can share but
o da bi ya o betimi aye na wie ye no se maintenance no maintenance no ene no ho bra de bi e ba ne aba bebo ya o Steve are diving much more deep onto these issues about the pitch and that but me concern power Carlos Queiroz statement in any Worldcup ne ekoba and who statement at the FA penny for the ababonte. Yeah, yes, so mediocrity so much. Kroma say. Na sebi, young Kasana said you suban and I su near buying tiano. It's in a tebian ye dadae. Yeah, me the next 1 year before we go to the AFCON, they will come and tell Ghanaians being say you AFCON akwa jama man for JD.
Before you go to AFCON will qualify.
Yeah, me so Moody can be share bokras. Now your statement no motro na. Unzo matro dada. So we want to return to the African Cup of Nations and make sure say silverware ni bit imagine. Omo be shebo. Omo ba be shebo. Omo be shebo. Yakwa be obi e be ye ana we yakoye say na we ko see camp. Ana we ko see say dem bia Ghana be ko tournament aba bia bibi ko see camp. Then the next 4 years or next 2 years we repeat the same things. Yakoba the same storyline as our prior to system nim. But the main issues that are supposed to be dealt with, it's not even about disciplinary issues. And we ko camp koye late, and we watch a 2 ha, and SM1 a camp, and a stumble a totally useless and fallacy statement. Ya sabi asuni faso. The wunya na wasi a pre-wunye. And when you say the grassroots near born, the city of Faswa ye, Amana bedroom pensoa. Coach and be iti deep through Abedru Sorono, Yang what you man can and Van Waka. No be assume yet, and I'm a TV ha, and I'm next 4 years now. Sabe show Munkoma be show mobo. Yabana be show mobo. Oh, the next AFCON ye ko idea, Yakako ye say you, no be a dear chu. No be a dear chu. There are huge cankers and fracas in our football, which we must deal with. But I'm going to say, I'm buying good Ghana football. That is the most funniest statement I even hear. Now, Minister Kowak about Minister Nkogu GFA. Do you think you can just get up? Can you see a good companies or Ghana? Can most public companies and private companies be for misappropriation of funds? Our leaders are not even accountable to go and ask somebody to be accountable.
Any sectors I would do.
Any sectors I would do.
Miss Benson, I'm not saying video be trend over so say no more cancer, no bets, no one jindi. No jindi. This is time so cool walk. I feel no idea designer. Same penny. Oh, come why? And penny for now, Cassana also Mukogu born, no can accountable to themselves. How much more on the Kobuzo be on just on the accountable to him? No, be accountable to him. The whole country is a mess. It's a crime scene. I don't know. It's free baby now. Baby, I bet you it has become part of us. It has become a quarter. I bet you two are a bet chance. You bet brands and yet me too. It's more than far dream when to a brands and buying a football. There are more things the government should even be thinking about than born here. Because born here kotua bana. Omo mba kotua bana. Omo decide you yaw. Me no work say omu the next congress in komo bukodi. Mr. Pobi na me fa na crazy. Omu nim vote na obukoye. Wo te na woni abro ho na. No, see you can't cry more than the bereaved. No. Obeden wo sun achi bi o ahwere ne de. Mo ban ne ya yemre yaw. Ba bi asisi e 9cc. Any said the city football kluma say yaw. We are far behind. We are far behind. And it doesn't take government to intervene for us to reason. What did they mention as an internet will be an expertise? I expect the FA to themselves to say that someone can say self-reflection and realize it's saying was here my born to pong no better nasi now conform pia and we in castle. Ya be we are Sibia one emerald saying conform the can has him. There's a time to Carlos Quiroz and just on the pitch. Oh yes, because off it. Because Carlos only 4 months. Oh, now say Carlos Quiroz the experience. Why here do when he sees a serious team or my already say we are off the pitch, they'll do things to reflect the results on the pitch. He will say it. He knows it. Yeah, what the chance only the obet me akana no the obet me atura no e bet me crab say free na ekwa adwuma no onye biem because sa statement not trouble and it doesn't confirm he has resigned on cans as say we resign. I think he trying official statement if the FA will bring it out say Carlos will resign because yeah Carlos Quiroz no 4 months no sign 4 months in so e bia 4 months ni we are no aka say bia oja hwa akọ then officially we will know. But whatever he stated in this, these are things that are not new. Yo, me actually said they are doing a fresh. I said they are doing a fresh onions. I had to chat. There be a tournament, baby. Yeah, there be a tournament, baby. Or to one son or beja honomako. Or say, or Kasemi say he hopes the next coach of Blackstar doesn't face a lot of interference. There be a common way. This we have always been at the same place. Yet this sound commoner. And the problem we are facing now is people are not accountable. And the reason why people are not accountable for their mistakes is because accountable. Accountable to themselves. What did they mention as no? Because Sabi, when you say man country, you also need to be free in the
So you can't call for authority and call for a change. Meanwhile, once your hands are not clean. Sana issue ni United and sakwana saba no munyina obi edidibi. Obi ebi. So this is the time people will have to hear what they want to hear. And abaha no abeka there be eti kra ya. Na GFO na eti ya. San community ya. Ya kwaba. Isi emeboabo e ho for AFCON qualifiers. Bi obi abia onye. Kwan so ebe fa so ebe boa ma Blackstar no so eti metu bon no. Yeso ebe boa na de ahoden atachiri. Near the ahoden atachiri. Yem penitent penit. Yem pe issue bi abiem couple. Yem pe issue bi abiem. Where it has gotten to no. Yem to aso femfiri on man entina ye baby. Ye kwa koshebo. Mimi awe enche bi AFCON qualifiers ye be shebo. Ye be shebo enche bia. O say ye be qualify akọ ne prepare on akọ gi AFCON. Ye be shebo. But you know, no credit say baby a team in a number. And then when we say Black Queens will be can one. Nobody is speaking about Black Queens because it is well structured. They are getting results. Everything is right on point. And the Black Queens will be other no be other. A Black Queens will go AFCON. No be a hopeful say Black Queens realistically they can go and achieve something. Remember Blackstars and Kwanda. Blah black sheep. Have you any who? Yes, master. The beer.
Sa ni ekoni eba same story.
The beer. Your tournament baby that the beer. I'm even tired.
Problem.
There are even some of the issues about a properly coaching issue. Your tournament be about him say wait there. The equation you need to see one China. Now they want to say camp. No man see will be more camp.
Yeah.
Who told you? When you go to, do you know what happened to Senegal?
Yeah.
I've been consulting the AC.
A lot of issues.
No Carlos Cruz na de no Troy no no ankasa so mu no no so hwe no ho de oyeye sa 2 games na ebotia Croatia and Colombia no.
Yeah, on your assessment.
So no na assessment is off the field. On so 2 games na off the field na ma decide say what the Jordan be 80 minutes.
NBA influence people.
NBA influence.
So off the field.
Na Carlos Cruz what coach here do this level. You see this is why I don't agree with coaches no more. What na me influence we are na be catch say influence. So when you were being influenced, why didn't you tell us that you man unye bi?
No.
You do the honorable thing. If you think it is not right, no akasema resign. You influence me ABCD. Me to me nyajuma no. You sit down, you watch. You are being influenced. After you have been influenced, you just akwana no aba. O say you influence me. You hear me say. Me these are things I don't like. Me penya twom. Aduma no fu so kom. Na environment no umpa. Then you and you no kwani coach awaba 2 months or say aduma na we dey ma be hu no nyamajai.
They know his party na say before say a co-worker no so no so be resign and they maybe be onu ohun bibia. And no resign me couple me woman resign me these things I mean penya twom. Me life me penya twom. Okay. The thing is if you think what they are doing is not right, it doesn't align with your principles. And when I no resign no ka say aduma no ntimi nyede. You don't put yourself in the job, do the job. What ko ye free afi efiri we na be catch say environment ni dey. Carlos Queiroz.
No. Couple, let's be truthful to people.
Okay.
Oko a setting, and the setting doesn't favor you. Just don't go where you are not accepted.
Yeah.
And come baby I am you unto. Abofu coaches here who be omo koso adwuma within 2 months or so I resign.
Onye bi. Say so say enu edam for Algeria. Pekovic money we Tunisia so. Tunisia. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Say 2 months nobody man onye. Me wa better na de bia ye tournament ba one story. The bia of the pitch.
Narrative. Narrative.
Nobody is also saying the GFA is innocent. But I'm saying is if you think they are doing the wrong things, men try tournament in man san be catch there. So who said they no any before the tournament? Tell them.
Tuja.
Tell them Nigeria adwuma no.
That's you have to see China ba beto so we dey afeni start